Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to WoW Classic Wrath of the Lich King and our human Paladin. We're going to work on some more things here in the Grizzly Hills today. It doesn't seem like we're going to be here for an incredibly long time. I say that just because we seem to have cleared out a couple of the major hubs. I think today we're going to start by heading down here to the southeast. We have a quest item we need to get, and it looks like there's at least one other quest available to do down that way. So yeah, let's start with that. Hope you guys are doing well today, and thank you for being here, for clicking on the video and choosing to spend some of your time with me. I do appreciate it. We could probably just take the road. It gets us pretty close. I'm sure we'll be visiting the blue glowing rock rune thing at some point, I would think. Alright, we've got Hugh Glass here. He's a merchant. We need to purchase, let's see, the Howlin' Good Moonshine. Let's do that. Our inventory is looking cleaned up, so we don't need to get rid of anything right now. Other than that, he has a quest for us. A bear of an appetite. Thank goodness you're back. I worried that Griselda and I were going to be all alone. I'm cooking up some food for us, but Griselda will have none of it. I mean, he's talking to his bear, right? She's fond of the fish that live off the coast of Eastwind Shore to the east. Can't stand them myself, but she's always been a picky eater. We are going to go catch 6 northern salmon for a bear.
Have a good one.
So yeah, good times. Oops. Let's get some buffs up here before I get into a combat type situation and forget. There we go. And it looks like there's going to be a couple other quests out there for us, so maybe we're going to spend a bit of time over on the eastern side of the zone. Maybe we're just mainly done with the western part. We do have this small hub down here that we need to check out at some point. One of you guys let me know that Sholazar Basin quest will start opening up at level 76, I believe it was. So there will in fact be more quests out there in Northrend, thankfully. Not seeing any of the other zones having quests kind of made me anxious that we were going to run out of quests to do. Nice to meet you. Hakar wants us to collect 10 pieces of fibrous warg meat. And 10 shovelhorn steaks.
Be good. You got my attention.
I once got myself captured by a band of trolls, came this close to getting my head shrunk. My friends tell me to just move on and put it behind me, but that just ain't sitting right. Wanna know what would make me feel better, human? Seeing a pile of their corpses so high it blots out the sun. This guy, like, got away from them, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't get maimed or killed. And he still wants us to murder a bunch of them.
Watch your back.
World of Murdercraft. Greetings, Paladin. It's kind of you to stop and listen to Kroz's tale. For many years, Kroz has strained to hear the spirits and do their bidding. He's talking about himself in third person. Recently, many voices have been crying to Thaz from these ruins. They seek for a peace they cannot find on their own. If you would help the spirits of those who have come before, enter this crypt and collect something that once belonged to those tormented souls.
May your blades never dull.
Okay, so we have some stuff to do. Let's go catch the fish first, since we got that quest first. Let's just do that. It's in the water, so Good to get out of the way. Let's use our... We could use our bladder. We have 5 charges left. It does seem like we would be swimming for this one. Requires a school of salmon. Okay, so we might not be going under the water. Maybe we're going to be looking on the surface. I'm not quite sure about this one. I see some fish flipping in the distance, though. So let's head that way. Maybe we didn't need the underwater breathing. Maybe we're going to be floating above the entire time. Imperial Manta Ray School. So these are not salmon. So let's, they don't look like manta rays either, to be fair, but let's move on. This one up here is sparkling, so I'm assuming that the additional sparkles are telling me that this is the pool that we're looking for. I bet the fish look exactly the same as the manta rays. Yeah, they look... The graphic of them looks exactly the same, I think. Just look for sparklies. I can do that. They've made it pretty easy. This is probably not really the direction we want to go in, though. We want to maybe kind of angle back after we grab this one. I hope the audio has been sounding good for you guys. I ended up ditching the Shure mic, returning it, and actually got a Yeti X, which is basically like the much newer, better version of my original Blue Yeti. And yeah, I really enjoy it. It works with my setup. It was very quick to get it configured right back to the same settings on my previous Yeti, and to me it sounds basically the same. So yeah, a much smarter upgrade for me than trying to move myself over to the Shure SM7B and do that whole setup. Basically, it's like the old saying goes, if it's not broke, you should not try to fix it. We need one more of these. Perhaps we can get it over here. I like the ground clutter here. I like this ground clutter because unlike the classic ground clutter and even a lot of the TBC ground clutter, it's not as tall as your character. Like, ground clutter like this actually makes me want to turn... Oh, my ground clutter is up. I used to keep my ground clutter at like 7 because in classic it's like, it's as tall as your character and it like obscures you. But yeah, I really like the change in the ground clutter. That's actually really nice. Yeah, that looks good. Like, in this instance, adding the ground clutter improves the way it looks, whereas, like, in a lot of the vanilla zones, adding the ground clutter makes it look worse. And you can't see your character at all. Alright, so we're looking for wargs. We're looking for wargs. We also need long hoof grazers. We don't need these guys, and we don't need to deal with whatever they are up to. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Maybe we'll be asked to deal with it at some point. If I fight both of these guys, do I get all of their meats? I'm not gonna get to loot the grazer. Yeah, it's the same. We ran into this before where, like, these guys will instant kill the grazers even if we pull them both, so they just have a move that, like, basically obliterates them. This is a really beautiful looking part of the zone. I really appreciate, like, the autumnal colors in the ground clutter is really nice, especially this time of year since we, like, are actually living through autumn. At least, you know, where I live we are. And it's my favorite time of year. So I appreciate getting to see some of that in the game. I can definitely see why Grizzly Hills is a lot of people's favorite zone. Yeah, it's... I'm gonna reserve my judgment for now. But I think we're on that track. We have 2 unspent talent points, because I don't really know what I want to be going into, mainly. I do need to look up a build. We're probably at a point where I have enough talent points that I can look on Wowhead or something and maybe get an actual build going. That could be really cool. We could just keep increasing our intellect for now. I mean, sometimes we run out of mana, so having a slightly larger mana pool could help. It doesn't feel like a total waste. It feels like kind of a waste, okay? It just doesn't feel like a total waste. And I can live with that for now. I'm gonna ignore those 2 because I don't feel like we get a lot of it. Oh, unless that's the only way I can find wargs, because we really haven't come across a warg by itself. Though maybe they're solo in a different area. Oh, here's one. Oh, he killed that one thing. Okay, yeah, so we can wait for them to kill the shovel tusks. And then we can take them out. Let's see if we can round up a few of these guys here. I can't wait to be in retail and have zones that look more like this, where there's just wide paths of land that go off into the distance that are relatively flat, and you have these lines of sight, like, into the greater distance. I feel like at some point, like, retail WoW got, like, really cluttered in its level design. It really only became apparent in Shadowlands. Maybe it was really a Shadowlands thing, where, like, all the zones, for as big as they were, they felt narrow and just small and very video game level-esque. And obviously not like an area that was a natural area. And that kind of makes sense because they're not natural areas. So it almost makes sense for the zones in Shadowlands to be really over-designed, because it's like a designed afterlife. So I'll give it that. It made sense for it to be as over-designed as it was from a leveling design perspective, but I'm going to be happy to go back to zones that feel like a place in a world. A place in a world with stuff going on. Oh boy. I hope I don't get onto that aggro chain. I don't think any of our AoEs hit him. Then again, we are now locked in combat with one, so there is that. I am going to run away. And we're not gonna live. This guy dropped his on us as well somehow. So I don't think we have a big chance of living here unless they leash in the next couple of seconds, but we can try. We did get some distance on them. It's very rude of that guy to run them right by us, knowing that we're a paladin, firing off our AoE. We didn't have Consecrate down, but something must have tagged him. I might have been able to help with one if he had stopped, but not with two of them. The good thing is, we lived. Yeah, I don't want to be near this guy. Let's remove ourselves from his proximity. They don't have a big aggro radius, that's the good thing about them. Alright, that's all the meats we need. We can move right here to the north into the ruins and we can start fighting these trolls. So that worked out pretty well. We have a named guy here that we don't need yet. I'm inclined to let him live in case there's somebody around that does need him. Let's pull you. Some weird slowdowns right here in this area. A little bit of graphical hitching. Not really sure what that's about. Oh, hello there. I was going to let you live, but if you insist, please come this way. Are we in combat? Yeah, he put us in combat with his protectors. They were just really slow to do anything, and one of them is back there casting at us because this pillar is not line of sight, apparently. That would have been good to know a little while ago. Yeah, I kind of thought this would be line of sight, but no. No, no, no. So far we haven't had these guys try to heal. I worry if we pull too many that might change, but... Oh, no heal still. Before we do this... we have a Drakari Canoptic Jars. Is this going to be in a mountain somewhere, like in a cave? Doesn't show a cave, or well, that's a cave up there. Should we be heading towards that cave? That's the question. I think the answer might be yes. Not really sure though. It's in a little bit of a weird spot. I can't really put my finger on where the entrance would be. Huh. Yeah, I mean, suffice to say that they're not right here on the surface, so it has to be some kind of underground thing. And I don't see any way we would get to it from in here, but we can come down here and take a look. Maybe this does lead us underground. It looks like it very well might. Very cool looking. Alright, so that should be all we need inside the cave here. We can go ahead and make our way back outside. Well, part of the reason why we might have been having some slowdowns, I found out, was that somehow my system settings in the game got changed to like really random. Like for instance, ray trace shadows was on and on ultra. I don't use the ray trace shadows in WoW because I don't think they look good. But what they do is, since the game isn't really optimized to have ray tracing, it's a huge resource hog. And yeah, it was turned on somehow and set to ultra. I think when I reinstalled NVIDIA GeForce Experience, it went into my game and like it did like its optimizing thing where it optimizes your game settings. And yeah, definitely didn't want to do it. The other thing that was messed up is that I started to notice is that I keep my render scale at 200% because the game looks substantially different realistically, like at 100% as opposed to 200%. And yeah, what tipped me off to everything having been reset was that this was back to 100% and I would never set it there. So yeah, sorry if things looked a little funny and were running a little funny, and it took me a while to notice that something had been drastically changed. But I think we're okay now. Luckily it wasn't anything too impactful, but when the slowness kept happening, when the frame loss kept happening, I had a feeling it was somehow that ray trace shadows got turned on, because that's really the one setting that could get turned on and actually like slow my rig down. Because yeah, they're just not optimized, and in my opinion they don't look very good. Alright, that is it for the quest over here. Let's go get these turned in. We'll turn these in first. We'll see if there's any other follow-ups to take on any more trolls or anything like that, and then if not, we'll head back over here. And eventually back to the Westfall Brigade encampment.
Talk to me. Off with you.
Thrall Hall.
Alright, now he wants us to slay Graphical outside the ruins. I think this was the named guy we killed, right?
Go forth to victory.
I think we already killed this guy once. But let's go back and do it again. That was easy enough. Oh, we're in combat with somebody else. Oh yeah, his protectors. Right.
Speak, friend.
Alright, he wants us to use the mallet on the gongs outside of the ruins. Once we've been killed, we are to enter the ruins and speak with the spirit. Okay. These Drakari have met you with nothing but savage hostility. You owe them nothing. Few indeed would carry out the task that Kraz asks of you today. To cleanse this place and send the spirits to their eternal rest, you must join them in death. There is one inside the crypt who awaits you on the other side. He holds the knowledge we seek. Use the mallet on the gongs. The spirit of he who corrupts this place will surely deliver you to the spirit world.
Strength.
Oh good. Cool, we have to go into the Shadowlands again. That's what we were all looking forward to. So there's a gong outside of the place. I don't know. We saw a gong. Yeah, we did see it right outside the entrance to the crypt. And that's how it happens. Now though... Now what do we do? We go into the crypt perhaps? Okay. Yeah, maybe we're going into the crypt. The other side, right. Yeah, there's one in the crypt who awaits you. Okay. Am I gonna run into any enemies in here while I am technically dead? I guess not. Since we're technically in the Shadowlands. Your coming has been foretold, friend. It was good to see of you to come. It's as the prophecy said, a human paladin coming to set our spirits to rest. We've been waiting a long time now. The Drakari have become a lost people, fierce and savage. But here we suffer by no fault of our own. This place needs cleansing, and only the living can do it. Speak to me when you're ready to rejoin your body, then take the snow from the chest near me here and put my brothers to sleep. Take the remains to your spirit guide. He will know what to do next. Okay. Can we... So we did that. There's another quest in here. Drakari spirit particles. Where are the Drakari spirit particles? And what is this quest that we can't see? Is this some kind of escort quest? It's where would they usually put escorts. There's somebody in that same room in the Blood Elf Ghostlands. Am I gonna have to read this one again? It took me a lot of mental effort to read it without using any of the stupid phony accent they put in. So by putting a lot of effort into reading it properly, I did not absorb any of it. Speak to me when you're ready to rejoin your body. Take the snow, got that. Put my brothers to sleep. Okay. I think we have to rejoin the world of the living to do this. This next part. Do we want to grab this quest or at least take a look at it? It's probably an escort. Oh, it's Harrison Jones. We absolutely have to do this quest, obviously. And he's here right now, so that's perfect.
Can I help you?
Listen, kid. This is no place for you to be playing around. I'm about to make a break for it. Stick with me, and I'll get you out of here. We can walk out, but sure, if it makes you feel better. Alright, kid, stay behind me and you'll be fine. Yeah, okay. time to put an end to this. So this is where he was going to be sacrificed. Sorry, had to get a thumbnail. Super, super important. Required lots of focus.
You need something?
Alright, we've let out Adara. Anybody else locked in here? Well, this guy didn't make it. Ah, that usually does it. Just as well, I've had enough of this place. Well, that's something. Oh, there we go. Oh, not a snake. I hate snakes. Listen, kid, I can handle this thing. You just watch my back. Okay. But also, we can help you. We can also watch your back. That one evade bugged. Perfect. We might have to come back to finish whatever the spirit particles thing is. Alright, well he is off. Gonna go do whatever he does. He's gonna disappear completely in a minute. He stayed in the world for a while, I'm surprised. In retail they make him disappear like way before they get that far. There he goes. Now he's gone. That was probably the average view distance that a computer would run the game at, you know, back in 2010. Let's try to come back in here and figure this out. I think it's more so that my computer does not like whatever this effect is here. And it's around the enemies as well. What would that be? Would that be like a particle effect? Yeah, I would love to just turn that completely down for now. Is it particle density? That does not seem to have affected it. Projected resolution. That didn't seem to help. Yeah, I don't know what it is that's causing that, but does not like it. Same thing kind of on these guys. Whatever this particle effect is. I don't really understand this. Okay, so we did that. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is here. Take the remnants to your spirit guide. Speak to me when you be ready to rejoin your body. Take the snow from the here and put my brothers to sleep. Huh. Okay. Oh, over here we have something to loot. So we used it on a guy over here. And now we can loot his spirit particles. Do I have to do this without getting into combat with them? Maybe that's the trick, because that other guy just ran away. Okay. Do I have to follow them to where they go? Because he ran right to that mummy. Yeah, they run over somewhere first. Which means somewhere there's the guy that we didn't, that we did not loot. That's okay. It's easier now that we know what's going on. Alright, that'll do it. Let's get ourselves out of this little area. Yeah, it's literally this particle effect here and here that's causing it. Anytime we make it render those, we have a frame rate drop. Alright, well, let's get out of here. And if we're really lucky, we won't have to come back for much. It's a bit of a cool area, though. I have enjoyed our time fighting trolls. We haven't fought a lot of trolls. So it's cool to be up against something different.
Here there.
This is not better, but we'll take it to sell it.
Get her back.
Loktar.
Okay, we apparently have to kill this prowler. It's good to see you back among the living. Many who travel the path of the dead do not return to speak of it. While you were away, a vision appeared to Kraz, revealing what remains to be done. A sacred offering lies somewhere inside the crypt. Take the spirit dust fashioned from the remnants you collected and use it on the offering. The infused offering will bring an end to the corrupted warlord and will release the many tormented souls. May the spirits guide your actions. So we're going back, is what he's telling us. Is that we're actually going back again for another time. Yep, it's going to be all the way back in the crypt again. So here we go. Kind of wish they'd have paired some of these up a little bit differently. If we had one more quest to do in there with this one, that would be okay. Having to run back in just to do the one seems a little bit too much back and forth. That being said, there's not like any aggressive mobs in here or anything, so it's not like it takes long to get all the way into the back of it. And apparently we just get to stay mounted? Okay. Yeah, we stayed mounted for a long time. Well, this isn't too bad. It's right here at least. Well... Okay, what am I doing wrong? There's so many of these quests where it's like multifaceted, and like my brain is so stupid it can only understand one facet at a time. A sacred offering lies somewhere in the crypt. Take the spirit dust and use it on the offering. Okay. The infused offering will bring an end. It doesn't seem to have done anything. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. Do we then need to use the item in our inventory? Place the infused offering at the gongs outside. Okay. Okay. So that's new information. Let's go do that. Oh, there we go. Warlord destroyed. Perfect. And there he is. I don't even think we have to fight him. Yeah, he just dies. Not only do we not have to fight him, we can't fight him. And we freed all these guys. Well, I mean, yeah, we killed some of them, I think. I think we're done here. I was kind of waiting to see if any more roleplay happened, but I think that they are done speaking, so let's get out of here. These guys down here didn't get the memo, so...
What do you need?
It is done. Your selflessness has brought eternal peace to many souls, ending eons of misery. Eons? Eons? Thousands of years of misery? May this act lighten your soul and lessen your burdens, for I see that there are yet many perils you must face. Farewell. Two-handed axe, we can definitely take that to sell it.
For the Horde.
For the Horde? But I'm Alliance. Are you just saying that because you're an orc? Come on, Blizz.
You need something? See you around.
I'm kind of curious if this is going to turn into any more quests, but I honestly don't really care too much.
What can I do for you?
This guy doesn't like us because of who we killed to get the meat. We killed like one of their animal friends or something. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to like leave here and never come back. What else? What else do we want to do? Captive protectors down here. We have all these. Let's come down here and check this out while we're down this way. We might as well do that. It's another one of those situations where Questy says we have a quest, but we don't. We can hearth back to the Westfall Brigade encampment, though. Let's go ahead and hearth back. I think that would be an okay thing to do.
How are ya?
Let me get this straight. A human I don't know brings me a cask of the finest booze in this miserable forest. Okay then, what are you after? I hope Garen knows I withdrew my men from Thormadan when the battle began. There's no way we can excavate anything until that place settles down. You seem like a brave sort though, and you have Stoutmantle's trust. Thormadan is just to the northeast of us, and the battle still wages between our earthen brothers and the creations of those accursed iron dwarves. Help our brethren to even the odds, and I'll start figuring out how we're going to accomplish this survey of Thormadan.
Watch your back.
Okay, sounds important. So we need to take on some runic battle golems. That's going to lead us into what looks like a bunch of other quests that we're going to pick up right in that area, maybe do it all together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go vendor our stuff. I'm going to refresh my coffee, and then we will continue into things here.
What can I do for ya?
I'm really enjoying the zone. I am worried that it doesn't have enough quests to spend enough time here. I seem to remember some quests for like, maybe for like Emissaries of the Titans or something. Maybe there's more here than I think, because I vaguely have a memory of some quests that I know we haven't really seen yet. So I'm hoping there's a lot more to come. And yeah, I'm excited for any other quests to appear on our map, like Shoulders Are Basins, Storm Peaks stuff. Apparently we will have stuff to do in Storm Peaks. And of course we have all the stuff to do in Zoldyrak still. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate all of the continued support on the series. It does mean the world to me. So take care of yourselves out there, and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again sometime very soon. Bye for now.